Hey everybody, it's Romano here from Crypto Nation, and thanks for joining another one of my cryptocurrency videos. Apologies for not having the webcam on tonight. My webcam's giving some problems at the moment, so I'm probably going to go and pick a new one up in a day or two's time. So yeah, apologies for that. Tonight I'm just going to make a quick or a video of the usual sort of stuff. It's a summary of the news, cryptocurrency news followed by a quick market update. I'm also going to be looking at a couple of staking coins tonight, coins that I've been staking, and just really sharing with you guys where I've sort of won and lost on those. A disclaimer before we go any further: this is not professional financial advice. I'm not a professional financial advisor. I'm just someone who is sharing his experiences with cryptocurrency. So do not take this as professional financial advice. And if you are going to invest anything in cryptocurrency, please do not invest more than you are willing to lose. Right, now that we've got that out of the way, Coinbase, the US government, the CFTC, is currently investigating Coinbase for margins trading. So what they are looking at is whether Coinbase has been manipulating the price of Ethereum. I think this is way back in June, where the price of Ethereum dropped suddenly for a few milliseconds, and then went back to its original price on their website. But what they're looking at was whether Coinbase had manipulated the price of Ethereum and traded on those margins and made a profit out of that. So that's really interesting news that's coming out at the moment. I mean, that would be really sad if Coinbase had actually been doing that. I've used Coinbase quite a lot. I think it's a brilliant exchange to change fiat into Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin. I've used it quite a bit, and I think it would be a really stupid move for a company like them to do that. They have been, or at least I've always considered them to be a trustworthy company in this space. So I'd like to believe that they haven't been doing that, but if they did, that would be a really stupid move from them, and really sort of sad if they actually did sort of stoop to that level. But yeah, so that's kind of the news that's come out about Coinbase today. Staying or just sort of looking at some of the other cryptocurrency news today, it's actually not been a bad week for blockchain and for cryptocurrency as a whole. Japan has officially licensed 11 Bitcoin exchanges, which is really cementing Japan as a leader in the global cryptocurrency space, or at least in my mind. They've had some really progressive and forward-thinking policies in this space. I think the licensing of Bitcoin exchanges is a good thing, really from both sides. It gives the consumers some some sort of satisfaction that they are dealing with a licensed entity, a licensed exchange, and also from the exchange side of things, it gives them some certainty that they are, they're a licensed organization by the government, and that the government is not going to come in there or make some sort of legislation that is going to try and shut them down in the same way that China has done this. So I think that is a really good move from the Chinese. From the Japanese. I know South Korea and the US are also starting to take steps and making the right noises in the space to promote digital currency markets and exchanges. So I think overall that's some really positive news that's come out, especially after the whole Chinese ICO and Bitcoin exchange ban. It's taken cryptocurrency markets sort of several weeks to recover from the shock of that Chinese sort of decision to close to ban ICOs and close cryptocurrency exchanges. Talking about the cryptocurrency exchanges in China, the biggest one, BTCC, has officially ceased trading. or at least domestic trading, that is, in China. So yeah, that unfortunately is the end of BTCC. For how long, we're not quite sure. I still don't think that this whole ban on Bitcoin exchanges in China will be a permanent thing. I think they could be down for a few weeks or a few months, but I think inevitably we will see Bitcoin exchanges coming back, and I think we will definitely see BTCC coming back when they do. So that's really sort of some big news coming out at the moment. I know there's some other news really about the Alexander Finnick, which is standing trial in Greece this week. He was the owner of, or one of the founders of BTCE, which was a Russian Bitcoin exchange. He's currently charged for laundering something like $4 billion. And he's obviously pleading not guilty to that. But yeah, so that's kind of an interesting. So here's those two stories I just talked about. There's the Alexander Finnick thing and the seizure of trade by BTCC. So there's a couple of sort of interesting stories, but I think overall it's been a mostly positive week for the cryptocurrency markets. So having a look at that, let's do a bit of a market recap at the moment. Market cap at the moment is at $144 billion, with BTC dominance currently at 49.4%, and I think that's the highest we've seen Bitcoin's dominance of the market in a while. It's usually about 46-47%, and it's currently 49.4%. I think mostly because Ethereum's price has stayed relatively flat. It has recovered somewhat, but it's really been hovering around that $290, $300 mark. Whereas Bitcoin's value, as you guys can see, it's slightly down on the day, 2.66%, but it has been on a strong ascent. So we are $4,290, which is really good at this point in time. We were over $4,300 earlier today. So hence sort of leading to BTC's dominance, or Bitcoin's dominance on the market at the moment. Currently everything's down a little bit. As we can see, Litecoin's down to $51.98. I still like Litecoin, as you guys always know. So when it's cheap, I try and stock up when I can or when it's available. Dash at $292.10. Dash has been going down quite a bit at the moment. And Ripple at 20 cents. Again, Ripple being roughly flat, following roughly the same trend or the same curve as Ethereum has been following at the moment. Another one of the coins I hold, which is BitConnect tokens, they're at $135.44, down 2.65% on the day. I've always liked BitConnect tokens. There's always been talk about BitConnect and the platform, the whole sort of thing. You guys can look at some of the other videos I've made. I've always liked BitConnect. It's always served me well. I've always liked the whole BitConnect concept and the platform. But what I really wanted to focus on today is Chainlink. So if you guys can remember when I first started to look at Chainlink, just when it listed, I started talking about what Chainlink is, the concept behind it, the technology and everything, and how I thought that Chainlink was had all the makings of a really great coin, because it's backed up by some really great technology that solves some real world problems. So when we started talking about that, when I first started talking about Chainlink, it was way back here when it was roughly about 15 to 16 cents per token. As you guys can see, it's now risen massively up. It peaked at about 43 cents, or 9,591 satoshis. Currently trading a bit down. It's down 6% on the day, but that I think it's just purely because of the way that cryptocurrency markets are trading at the moment. But yeah, it's gone up massively. It's currently at 34 cents per token, or 7,998 satoshis. I still think this price is a really good buy. Because of the real world applications that this coin has, I still really like this coin. So yeah, that for me is going to be the one that I will be watching over the next few weeks. And I mean, I do hold some Chainlink coin. Just a disclosure there, so I do hold some Chainlink coin. I did buy at that good price. I think I bought it about 17 cents. So I'm very happy with the way that Chainlink has performed in the last few weeks. I'm just going to jump into a couple of the staking coins. So EmberCoin, as you guys know, I have always said that I've held EmberCoin. I did stake EmberCoin for quite a while. I've actually now gotten out of EmberStake, or out of staking EmberCoin. Really, two reasons for that. The main reason is I've lost faith in the dev of the coin and the development team of the coin, purely because of a lot of stuff that's gone on. I'm just going to mention one thing, which was when they released a new wallet for EmberCoin, they released somehow inserted a staking bug into the network, which really affected staking. I had one of the top 50 wallets in the coin, and I was staking regularly, once a day, twice a day sometimes, mostly twice a day, I think. And I was staking good, making good coin, but then it all just sort of stopped. And I played around with staking inputs and all sorts of stuff. And the devs kept on making promises about the bug being fixed and all sorts of stuff like that. And I eventually just lost faith with the development team of EmberCoin, which is a really sad thing, because they seemed like they really had their shit together at one point, and I really don't know what's going on at the moment. I'm hoping that they can get their shit together again, because if they do, I'll happily go back in at EmberCoin to BTC. Goodbye if the team decides to get their stuff together. The other reason was that just as well the community. Every day I went onto the Discord, there was just a lot of negativity and a lot of FUD in the community, and I know there's a lot of good people on there as well, and I'm not bad mouthing them in any way, shape or form, but I was just getting some really bad vibes off of it. So yeah, I decided to get out of it. I'd staked quite a lot. I probably made about 4 BTC out of Ember. So Ember was really good for me. I bought a Colossus Coin XT masternode with the staking I got out of Ember, and I put some cash into other coins as well. And it's really going to be the other coins that I am going to be looking at the moment. So I'm just going to jump into my staking PC. So you guys can see that I've put some cash into BuzzCoin. So I probably bought about half a BTC of BuzzCoin on Friday the 29th, Friday evening, and I've been staking since. So I had 2 inputs, and then I'd been staking for a while, but what I should have done is, when I put the 2 inputs into my wallet on the 29th, I should have combined them into one input so that I had a better staking weight on the network. So consequently, which I did that on the 1st, but consequently I wasted like almost 3 days of staking, which was really annoying, because ever since then I've pretty much been staking every day. So as you guys can see, I staked yesterday and I just staked earlier today. This is just going through and confirming at the moment. But BuzzCoin is currently staking for me. BuzzCoin has got a proof of stake reward of 100% per month, or 1,200% per year. And currently the stakes I'm getting is pretty much in line with that, so I'm quite happy with the BuzzCoin staking that I've been doing currently. So BuzzCoin, I'm just going to shoot into over here. BuzzCoin is obviously down like everything else today. It's down quite a bit. It's around 20%. but I think just from looking at the charts, BuzzCoin has had support around the 20 BTC mark. So there was this, the initial sort of interest a short while ago when it just kind of got launched, sort of the spike when everyone was sort of buying into it. But ever since then, it's been sort of hovering, between the 20 and the 30 BTC mark, and it's been maintaining support at the sort of 20 BTC mark. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it at that point in time. I have lost a bit of cash in the sense of I bought at about 27 Satoshis. It's currently at 19, but I'm not too worried about that. I will make up the difference in staking, and this is cryptocurrency. This is the Wild West. Things go down one day by like 20% or 30%, and could be up the next day by 20 or 30%. This is just how it is in the cryptocurrency space. But as long as I'm staking at 100% per month, I'm quite happy with the price fluctuations as it currently stands. The other coin that I have been investing in, or that I have just invested in, is B3. So I have so if you guys can see here, I have 13,000 B3 when I bought that on the 29th as well. So again, that was Friday night. I dropped about half a BTC into that, and at that point when I bought it, the price was about 3,600 Satoshis per coin. And I've been staking that ever since. The staking rewards for B3 currently is 10,000%. Now I just need to put that into perspective. So between block 60,000 to block 80,000, the stake reward is 10,000%. From block 80,000 to 100k, I think it goes back down to 1,000%. And then block 100,000 onwards, it's something like 100% per annum. So it's just in this current period where the staking percentage is 10,000. I think we're currently at block 66,000. We're due to hit block 80,000 somewhere towards the end of November. So there's roughly still about sort of 60-70 days left of staking at this 10,000% rate. Now, as you guys can see, I haven't gotten a stake yet. From everything that I've read on the Discord and speaking to the guys in the community on the Discord, it usually takes a few days before you get a stake. Most people say on the coin amount of 13,000, 15,000, something like that, it usually takes about 6-7 days to get a stake. Currently, I'm just patiently waiting to stake with this coin, but the stakes that you do get, so I mean, we'll see what my stake is, and I will make another stake when I do get the video, but I'm expecting like a 20-25,000k stake to come in. So based on the interest rate for the current block range that we're in, that 10,000%. Once that stake comes in, the next video I make, I will obviously talk a bit more about that. But the downside of this is that B3Coin is down hugely today. So as I said, I bought at 3,600 Satoshis. It's currently at 1,561 Satoshis. So the half a BTC, which was roughly about $2,000 that I put in, that's kind of edging closer to yeah, that's kind of edging closer to probably like $1,000 or like $700 at the moment. So so it's yeah, I mean, I am down on that, so technically I've lost a bit of money on that, but I'm just counting on the fact that the current exchange rate is the current rate is 10,000%, and then through staking I should be able to average that out. So my strategy is that I am going to, every time I stake, I will sell half of my stake reward on an exchange. That way I can keep half the stake reward, compound the amount of coins in my wallet, plus be able to extract some of that ROI by selling some of the coins on a Bitcoin exchange. So yes, it is down considerably, but I'm not really too worried about it at the moment, because there's solid trading going on at the moment, and when I do get a stake, I will just sell some of that off, and then that should average out over the period. As long as I can get my ROI out of it, then I'm happy. The rest is effectively free money. So yeah, and again, as I always say, guys, don't invest more than you're willing to lose. So obviously I put half a BTC in. That is now definitely not worth half a BTC anymore, but hey, that's just cryptocurrency. So scared money don't make money. That's what I always say. So yeah, that's just kind of a roundup of a couple of the coins that I'm in. Actually, another one that I'm in at the moment is, and this is my CV2 wallet, my Colossus Coin 2 wallet. I am actually going to be exchanging these tonight. So I've got 20,700,000 of those. I've been staking that. Staking reward is a fixed stake of about 5,000 per stake, but basically you need 20 million. So Colossus Coin 2, I have been talking about in other videos. They are actually migrating this coin onto a new blockchain. The new coin is called Colossus Coin XT. New coin is based on the PIVX source code, and there is an active dev team working on it at the moment. They've got a really good roadmap. There's a coin swap happening currently on Nova Exchange, where you can swap your CV2 coins for COLX. COLX is the new Colossus Coin XT ticker, and they will be swapping with a ratio of 2:1. So 2 CV coins will be swapped for 1 COLX coin, and that's because they are halving the supply from 24 billion coins to 12 billion coins. They've just finished the proof of work phase, and they are now going pure proof of stake with masternodes, and I think plans for zero coin to come later on sometime next year. But there's a really interesting roadmap for them, and I think in the next 3 months they'll be finishing the swap all the way up until December. There'll be a new website, masternodes, and so on. So I think really this coin, not a lot of movement on the price for COLX, at least until the swap is finished, and all that's taken place in the usable website. The swap is finished. I think once the swap is finished, which is the end of December, next year will be the real movement in this coin. But currently it's cheap, so I'm loading up 20 million or CV2, which translates into about 10 million COLX coins, will give me a masternode. So I'm actually going to run a masternode and then run an additional wallet just for staking other coins that I am sort of busy hoovering up at the moment. So that is what I'm doing in terms of my staking coins at the moment. I just really wanted to share that with you guys. Been winning a bit on BuzzCoin, been losing a bit on B3, but I think overall I'm still pretty happy with what I currently have. I'm staking away my staking coins, and I'm doing alright with that. So really, that was just my roundup of today's cryptocurrency market news, staking coins, and what's really been happening in my world. So yeah, thank you very much for joining into my video. As always, please click the like button down below and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, guys, and have a good week.